So this is the finished results. I built this one yesterday. This is a privacy fence, 6 feet high, 12 feet long. That's just some sand on there from the ground. And we're gonna go ahead and build the other one right here. Stay tuned. Okay, I set up some weed barrier here. That's where the fence is gonna be. I didn't fit, I figured there's gonna be grass growing and whatnot, then I gotta do trimming. So I just laid down weed barrier. Once I build the fence, maybe put some rock around it. So here's what you're gonna wanna do. Unpackage everything. This has the bolts. That's the fabric. You need that at the end. So I got my son helping me. Move the fabric to the side, T. And then we're gonna separate all the bars. As far as measurement, it's 12 feet long, so 144 inches. Measure that out, right? And then it comes with 3 bases, the one that I have. Again, I'll have the Amazon link in the description. So the 3 bases, you want one at the end, 144. I'm gonna line it up there. You want one at 72. I'll line it up there. And then you want one at the 1 inch. Line it up there. Once you have the bases lined up, from there, drill a hole. You'll see me do that. I'll drill a hole. Got flies in my way, sorry. I'll remove the base, continue to drill the hole. I have a copper pipe with a sledgehammer to bang that in. We gotta go, I believe, 14 inches deep. Basically, you gotta leave 14 inches above of the pole. So let's keep it simple. You wanna dig down a bit deep, and then the pole that it comes with, you want 14 inches sticking out, and then you'll put the base. All right? So for the 3 bases, you got 3 stakes. See that there? That's the one that's gonna go in the ground, and then you have about 14 inches above ground. Now, after that, you gotta attach another pipe. Sorry, give me 1 second. Yep, right here. You're gonna have to attach it here, and then there's gonna be another piece, if you will. Now, there's a part where it says put a screw in this hole. Now, there is no hole on the other side, so you can't put a screw. Just disregard that step. That step was driving me crazy, and it's just literally disregard that step. If you're doing weed barrier, you're gonna want to cut a hole first. Once you put the base, you'll see where you need the hole. Cut the hole, and then start drilling down. Let's do it. Can the camera see me? Okay, now that I got each hole drilled out, got 3 holes, now it's time to use the copper pipe that I have to dig the hole deeper. Sledgehammer. So next you're gonna need this bracket here. Take out these bag of screws. They're so small, so they're a little bit of a pain, but it is what it is. And then you need pole, that's A. I like to just look at the diagram. That's the pole. So early in the video, I think I showed you the wrong pole. It's the pole with the tip at top with that button. But again, it has that hole at the bottom where you're gonna disregard that screw. You just need to put this bracket on. So let's do that. I need a small screwdriver in there. Put the bracket with the pole. Get out. So I gotta screw it now? Right, so that one out. Make sure that bracket on the bottom, you're putting the screw on the outside, because on the inside towards you is where you're going to be connecting the poles. Got a screw for me? Screw? Okay, I moved a little too far along, and I thought I pressed record, but it didn't work out. Anyway, make sure you add the 2 stakes, 1, 2, on each base after you got the base going. Don't forget that. So I did 2, 4, and 6, and that's easy. That's just with a hammer. Bam, 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 done. All right, now we're gonna get pole B and attach all 3. All right, at this point, we only got these poles left, and they gotta go through the bottom. You wanna start with this pole here that doesn't have the button, because on the end, it's gonna be at the end and you put a cap on it. Start with this one goes here, another pole with the button, and then you're gonna end it with one of these poles again, that has no button. That's how you're gonna end it. You're gonna start it with one of these and end it with one of these. On the top, same thing, but we gotta put a bracket like at the bottom, put the bracket, and then we'll be able to do the poles just like at the bottom. Let's get started. 2 caps with you? Give me 1. Okay, now all that's left, we just got to put the fabric up, and that's just with zip ties. But just a reminder, guys, for these bases, make sure you get the 2 screws here, 1, 2, and see that there, the small black screw that goes on the other side. You also want to get it here after you put this pole in, because that will make it all tight there. So again, after you get these poles in, put the screw that's here to clamp that in. Let's get this fabric on. And that's a wrap. So just at the end, each zip tie, make sure they're all tight and cut off any excess zip tie part that's left. And that's it. Like, comment, and subscribe. Later.